Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, after the UK government released a couple of measures that will be put in place, changes on immigration policies that impact all immigrants living and working in the UK, and also those who are planning to move into the UK on different visa category, there's been loads of questions, loads of concerns being raised by different individuals across the globe on when would this policies be implemented, how soon will they be passed into law, and how is this going to impact those already on the pathway to permanent residence. Now, trust me, this question is not just being asked by everyone, even myself. Have been asking the same questions. I'm reaching out to a couple of individuals who could provide a valid response to this question. It's a major sort of concern, especially for those who have 1 year, 2 years left to getting their indefinite leave to remain. The fact that a lot of things are going to change, and it looks like the UK government is about shutting their doors to immigrants, including those who are already in the UK. And yeah, it's a major concern. So if you also having this concern whether this policy will affect those already in the UK, you should want to stick to this video to the end. And if you're coming across the channel for the first time, do want to hit on the subscribe button. On this channel, I share everything UK immigration, transitioning into tech, and personal finance. So if you want to join amazing growing family, click on the red subscribe button. And my amazing returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Yesterday, the UK Prime Minister made a tweet saying that I have returned, over 24,000 people with no rights to be here, and I won't stop there. So it means that obviously the UK government is trying to close their doors to immigrants, and it's really important for those who are already in the UK to have enough information to help them navigate this trying time, as the case may be. And the truth is, now this change in policies is not something new. I mean, this is something that had happened before, back in 2018, many years back. I mean, lots of scenarios like this had played out. There was a time the post-study visa was closed. I mean, so many other harsh immigration policies has been put in place by past UK governments, and eventually it gets eased, and a lot of things happen along the way. Now with these new policies coming in, increasing the number of years in it, you need as an immigrant to get settlement, the end of the care visa, reducing post-study work visa that allows students to stay back in the country after they complete a program, among many other changes that are being implemented. Now, based on information on BBC, it says that migrants already in the UK face longer waits for permanent residence. So let's read this information. As you can see, this was published on the 14th of May 2025, and let's have a look. So it said that the new rules making immigrants wait longer to qualify for permanent settlement in the UK will apply to people already in the UK under government plan. So let's read more details about this. So it's saying that on Monday the government announced immigrants would now typically have to live in the UK for 10 years before applying for the rights to stay here indefinitely, doubling the current 5 years. Now, it was previously unclear whether this would apply to the approximately 1.5 million foreigners or foreign workers who already moved into the UK since 2020. Now, the BBC understand that a document published in the coming weeks will make clear the government is preparing to apply the 10-year qualifying period to those already in the UK, as well as to new visa applicants. The move will be subjected to public consultation. Now, just like the Prime Minister said during the press, the live press that was held a couple of days ago, this decision is not going to be taken lightly. There's still going to be so many consultations that the policy will have to go through before it is passed into law and implemented. And yeah, as according to what you've got there, what the Prime Minister said during the live interview, the public consultation will be put into consideration before the final decision is made. And in my own opinion, I think it probably wouldn't even make any sense. People getting on the visa and the government saying, oh, when you're getting on this visa in 5 years time, you can apply for indefinite leave to remain, and then coming back to say, oh no, we've changed our mind, you need 5 more years before you can get indefinite leave to remain. There's so many legal battle that's going to come up, and I think I probably doubt the government will be willing to go through all of those hassles. So in my opinion, I think the policy is going to be going forward. Probably those who are applying newly for a visa, those are those who will be impacted by these changes. Now, a government source said the Home Secretary had for some time been concerned that under the current 5 years process, there is set to be a significant increase in settlement and citizenship application in the next few years, reflecting the surge in immigration in the early years of this decade. Now, the policy document published on Monday said there would continue to be 5 years qualification period for non-UK dependents of British citizens. There will also be shorter period for people who can stay here, who can show they have contributed to the UK economy and society. So what they're saying basically is that if you get married to a British citizen, you can still stick to the 5 years settlement plan. However, if you are a non-UK resident, not married to any UK citizen, you're there with a family on the skilled worker visa, for example, you might be required to stay up to 10 years before you can apply for the indefinite leave to remain. However, those who can prove that they've contributed significantly to the UK economy, this particular clause here is not clear. Now, what does it mean? What is used to measure if you've contributed to the UK economy? That needs to be clarified. But there was, I think, on the publication on gov.uk, it says that those who are nurses, doctors, I think engineers and AI professionals, those ones will probably get a shorter time. And I'm also worried about the word shorter time. What is the definition of shorter time? Is that 9 years? Is that 8 years? Is that 7 years? So I think a lot of clarification will still be pushed out there by the government on what this shorter term in quotes means really. If you probably go through the publication, you see that the announcement was part of a wider package of measures set out on Monday to cut legal migration. Net migration, the number of people coming to the UK minus the number of people leaving, climbed to a record high of 906,000 in June 2023, and last year it stood at 728,000. Now, in a speech on Monday, the Prime Minister Keir Starmer said the measures would mean settlement becomes a privilege that is earned, not a right. Easier if you have contributed, if you work, pay in and help rebuild our country. So this is getting a little bit clearer. So they're saying that you need to be able to prove that you've impacted the UK economy by showing that you've worked, you've paid in your tax, you've paid your dues, and also you've helped in rebuilding the country. I'm sure more clarification will be provided on that in the next coming weeks. Now, some Labour MPs have raised concerns about the possibility longer qualifying period of settlements could apply to people already in the United Kingdom. Now, this person who is a chair of the Commons Housing Community and Local Government Committee said, told MPs the lack of clarity had left so many of our constituents understandably worried, with one telling her they were considering leaving the UK because their settled status here is at jeopardy. In response, Cooper told MPs the government would set out further details later this year with a consultation to follow. Now, if you go back ahead and continue reading, this particular publication, people are beginning to raise their concern on how they have 2 years, they have 3 years. People have different, what's the word now? They've got different, should I say, theory around this policy coming at this time, and this is obviously because the government opened the border back in 2020, and it's 2025 now. It's 5 years now since the border was opened during COVID to bring in immigrants to help stabilize the country's economy. And people assume, or people are allegedly saying that because the government is expecting to get loads of permanent settlement applications this year, next year, and that's why they're bringing in this policy to stall those who are now qualified to apply for indefinite leave to remain to have to stay another 5 years before they can apply for their ILR. Now, this is allegedly, this is part of this is one of the different theories people are bringing up as regards why the policy is coming into place as of now. People are also worried that how come the policies the Labour Party are bringing into play is quite similar to what the Conservatives Party have also been talking about over the last period. So many people are allegedly thinking this is probably going to be like a political move, but however, this is exactly the situation of things at the moment. And there are other immigration rules that also going to put in place, like the end of care visa, reducing post-study visa to 18 months, among many others. Now, there are also no set date on when those will be implemented, but yeah, we are keeping our ears out there to get to hear updates from the government in the next couple of weeks. So what do you think about these policies? Sit your thoughts in the comment section, and if you're coming across the channel for the first time, do well to hit on the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of the video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you.